to see a woman also suffering for a long time at the hands of physicians. Now, physicians are gifted people who have gained knowledge about the body, even more so today than ever before. And they can help the body, but they cannot heal it. They can treat the body, but they cannot deliver you. I've been diagnosed with diabetes. And they can tell me all about it. And they can tell me how to eat. And they can tell me what medicines to take. And we can monitor it and try to keep it under control. But none has said we can heal that. And this woman, she was in a day and a time where she couldn't even be healed by them. She was treated and ran out of money, and her condition got worse. And that's often the case today. You can run out of insurance. And I'm not criticizing medicine. It has its place and has done wonders for people. And I thank God that man has been given wisdom about his creation. But what I'm saying is, when you're in that place, that you don't want treatment, you want deliverance, you want healing, there's only one source for that. And that woman believed. Now Jairus, he got to watch all this, and I'm sure he was encouraged. I'm sure that when he saw this woman healed, though he was anxious to get home quickly because he knew his daughter's life was at stake, he was greatly encouraged to see a woman healed, so he knew it. He knew it. But then came that word. That faith killer, faith destroyer. Your daughter's dead. But what was Jesus' reply? He disregarded that word and said what? Do not be afraid, only believe. Do not be afraid, only believe. Faith operates by belief and not by sight. He just heard this horrible word, and Jesus did not allow the voice of the devil to have the final word. Neither should you. What do you do when you get a contrary report? We prayed for a woman this week, another minister's wife. And last night at 1 o'clock in the morning, we had this person had responded well to our prayer. She's 78 years old, I guess. But last night we got a phone call in the middle of the night. What was it, 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning? And the hospital had called, and this the young woman, the daughter of this woman, was upset and crying because the doctor said she took a turn for the worse. Her heart was failing. I'm not ready to lose her, she said. And you know how easy it is, especially when you're tired and you wake up, how to say, oh, well, you know, everyone has a time. And you can give into your flesh, and you can give into that, and you can reason it out, and you can let that be the final word. And in my tired state, I released more life and more healing back to that woman's heart. Why should we let the enemy have the final word? Jesus did not do that. If Jesus had done that, what would have happened to Jairus' daughter? They would have gone out and buried her. They would have carried her to the grave, and the family would have mourned, and that man would have mourned the rest of his life, never to enjoy life again for the loss of his daughter. Always asking, why, God? Why? Why? How many people have done that? Why? Why? If you're going to minister, and you're going to be moved by Him who's inside of you, we need to follow His lead. And I guarantee you, when you're out there, whatever you're doing, you're going to receive a word. Whether it's audible or symptomatic. If I take my blood sugar number and I look down and it's disagreeable to me, if I'm not careful, I can receive that. Just like that. That's receiving something. We're not denying it. I'm not going, oh, no. You will not stay. You will not stay. You will go and you will obey. But how many of us receive either a word or a symptom and let the person go? Or let ourselves go? Can't figure out why. When that man on the street was throwing up a fuss with me when I was just talking to him, and I didn't even say much to the man. The one that revealed he had throat cancer and stomach cancer and was going to be dead in a couple days. And he had his own religious whatever, and he didn't want to hear anything I had to say. All I said was I was a minister, and it just put up a fuss. I don't believe all that stuff he said. I too could have just turned and walked away. But I knew something. It's up to you and me whether we give the devil the final word. One came to bring life, one came to bring death. One came to bring abundant life, one came to keep life and limit the life. The devil came to steal, kill, and destroy, but Jesus said, I've come. Listen to me. Jesus said, I've come. People are acting like He's not here. I've come. We are to enforce the kingdom of the one inside of us. He has come and He hasn't left us. I will come and make my abode with you. I and the Father will make our home with you if you just simply believe and keep my commandments. We will come to you. And what do you think they're doing? Just having a camp out? They needed a place to rest? They needed a place to hang out? Or did they come so that you might go and do these works, that you might release life in His name and continue to do greater works?